Hello, I have Suzy here. I'm going to show you Suzy's training. So I have a place, a dog bed with a bolstered edge. I'm going to put it down here. Suzy knows when she sees a place that we're going to do some training. Good girl, Suzy. And Suzy knows she is always rewarded for getting on her place the first time. Suzy has been taught to lie down by me taking one finger, pointing at her nose, and then pointing at the ground in front of her and asking her to lie down. I want Suzy to sit from that position. I'm going to cup my hand and draw straight up from her nose. Suzy knows hand signals and voice commands. We'll demonstrate again. Point at her nose, point at the ground to ask Suzy to lie down. Cup your hand and draw straight up. Ask Suzy to sit. Good girl, Suzy. Suzy has been taught to come to me when she sees a closed fist. That's how I convey to Suzy that I want her to come where I'm at. Suzy knows when she sees a closed fist, her job is to come over, put her nose on my fist, and then sit afterwards. Sitting is the canine equivalent of please. I don't have to ask her for that portion of the behavior. She just knows it's required. I rewarded Suzy for returning to her place like a very good girl, and I'll demonstrate the touch again. Here's the fist, the puppy, the plate nose bump, and the plate sit afterwards without me asking her to do so. Good girl, Suzy. Suzy has been sleeping in a wire kennel at night. I wanted her in this wire kennel, open up the door. She didn't run in. I would pat the bedding, reward her when she's all the way inside, and shut the door. Good girl, free puppy. Suzy has always ridden in a plastic kennel or her airline carrier in the car. The principle is the same. Suzy, pop, pop, pop. Can you get in this kennel? Open up the door, pat the bedding, reward her when she's all the way inside, and shut the door. Good girl, free puppy. Suzy knows to sit during certain circumstances without me asking her to do so, and those include when she sees her collar, an easy walk harness, a leash, a dog bowl, or wants attention. I'm going to demonstrate that by showing Suzy an easy walk harness and wait for her to come over and do the appropriate behavior. Very nice, Suzy. Once she comes over and sits politely without me asking her to do so, I can slip the harness over her head. The rule is when I have a collar, a leash, or a harness, Suzy has to sit close enough to me that I don't move my feet. Because if I have to take one step towards her today, tomorrow I'm going to be taking 2 steps, and by the end of the week, I'm going to be chasing a puppy named Suzy around the house. So if she doesn't sit close enough to you, you can make a little kissing noise. That reminds Suzy to move closer. You also want to remember to work with Suzy in a small area with less distractions in the beginning. But that young lady was perfect. And the last thing that Suzy knows when she sees a dog bowl, if she wants the contents of that bowl, there's behavior she must provide. I'm going to show Suzy the bowl. Wait for her to dance, and then sit politely without me asking her to do so I can reward Suzy with the contents of the bowl. Here she is, your very pretty girl, Suzy.